The Bible is one of the most influential books in human history, but can its stories and teachings coexist with modern science? This is a debate that has divided opinions for centuries, and today we're going to explore what experts have to say about it. If you've ever wondered whether science and faith can go hand in hand or if they're destined to clash, make sure to hit that like button on the video to help us bring more fascinating content like this. On one side, we have the Bible, which narrates everything from the creation of the world to miracles that defy the laws of nature. On the other side, science, which seeks explanations based on evidence and experiments. But are these two fields truly incompatible? Many scientists and theologians believe they're not, and that the Bible and science can complement each other in surprising ways. Throughout this video, we'll explore topics like the creation of the universe, Noah's flood, and even the miracles of Jesus from a scientific perspective. Get ready for a journey that will challenge your beliefs and who knows, maybe even change the way you see the world. Let's dive in. The Bible begins with the famous phrase, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." But how does this compare to the Big Bang theory, which explains the emergence of the universe approximately 13.8 billion years ago? To many, these two views seem completely opposite, but some experts see common ground. For example, Belgian physicist and priest Georges Lemaitre was one of the first to propose the Big Bang theory, and he saw his discovery as a way to understand divine creation. For him, science and faith were not enemies, but rather two different ways of exploring the truth. So could the Big Bang be seen as the moment of creation described in the Bible? Of course, there are controversies. While some see harmony between science and the Bible, others argue that the two views are irreconcilable. The story of Noah's flood is one of the most well-known in the Bible, but did an event like this really happen? Scientists and archaeologists have been searching for evidence of a global flood, and some discoveries are intriguing. For example, there are reports of geological layers that suggest massive floods in different parts of the world. However, most scientists agree that a global flood, as described in the Bible, would be impossible from a geological and climatic perspective. But what if the flood wasn't global, but regional? Some theorists suggest that Noah's story may have been inspired by a major local flood that was exaggerated over time. So what do you think? Was Noah's flood a real event, a metaphor, or just a legend? Share your theory in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying this exploration of the Bible and science. The miracles of Jesus, such as turning water into wine and walking on water, are some of the most impressive accounts in the Bible. But how does science explain these events? For many, miracles are exactly that, supernatural events that defy the laws of physics and biology. However, some scholars try to find scientific explanations for these phenomena. For example, the miracle of the multiplication of loaves and fishes could be interpreted as an act of collective generosity, where everyone shared what they had. Meanwhile, the healing of diseases could be explained by the placebo effect or by healing techniques we don't yet fully understand. The Ark of the Covenant, described in the Bible as a sacred object containing the tablets of the Ten Commandments, has also been the subject of scientific speculation. Some theorists suggest that the Ark could have been a kind of advanced technological device capable of generating energy or even causing harm to those who touched it improperly. Some even believe that the Ark of the Covenant could have been a primitive form of battery or capacitor, based on biblical descriptions that mention sparks and electric shocks. Of course, this is just a theory, but it shows how the Bible can be interpreted in surprising ways. So what do you think? Was the Ark of the Covenant a sacred object or an ancient technology we don't yet fully understand? The Bible, in genealogies like those in the book of Genesis, suggests that the Earth is about 6,000 years old. However, modern science estimates that our planet is approximately 4.5 billion years old. How can these two very different views be reconciled? For some scholars, biblical genealogies should not be taken literally, but rather as a symbolic way of telling the story of humanity. Science, on the other hand, bases its estimate on methods like radiometric dating, which analyzes the decay of chemical elements in rocks and fossils. These methods are widely accepted by the scientific community, but they still spark debates among those who advocate for a more literal reading of the Bible. So what do you think? Is the Earth thousands or billions of years old? Is there a way to harmonize these two perspectives? Share your opinion in the comments, and let's continue exploring this fascinating discussion. The theory of evolution, proposed by Charles Darwin, is one of the pillars of modern biology. It suggests that all forms of life evolved over billions of years from a common ancestor. But how does this fit with the Genesis narrative, which describes the creation of all species in 6 days? Some theologians and scientists argue that the days of Genesis could be interpreted as long periods, which would allow for the inclusion of evolution in the biblical account. Others see evolution as a process guided by God, where science explains the how and the Bible explains the why. What do you think? Can the theory of evolution and the Genesis account coexist, or are they completely opposing views? The Bible is full of prophecies, from the fall of empires to future events like the end of times. But can these prophecies be analyzed from a scientific perspective? Some scholars try to find connections between biblical prophecies and historical or scientific events, such as wars, natural disasters, and even technological advancements. For example, Ezekiel's prophecy about a great battle involving modern nations has been linked to current conflicts in the Middle East. Meanwhile, the book of Revelation, with its descriptions of catastrophes and cosmic changes, has been interpreted by some as a symbolic vision of events like climate change or even asteroid impacts. The resurrection of Jesus is one of the central events of the Christian faith, but can science explain what happened? Some scholars try to find natural explanations, such as the hypothesis that Jesus didn't die on the cross but merely fainted, or that his disciples stole the body. However, these theories are widely contested by historians and theologians. On the other hand, many scientists and philosophers argue that the resurrection is an event that transcends the laws of nature and therefore cannot be explained by science. For them, the resurrection is a mystery that challenges human understanding and reinforces the idea of divine power. What do you think? Can the resurrection of Jesus be explained by science, or is it an event that goes beyond what we can understand? So, did you enjoy exploring the relationship between the Bible and science? This journey showed us that although there are disagreements, there's also room for dialogue and fascinating discoveries. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more intriguing debates like this. And of course, share it with those friends who love pondering life's great mysteries. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge, whether through science or faith, is what drives us as humanity. Until the next video, and keep your eyes open, because the world is full of questions waiting for answers.